two promotion cards to do the job. Funny one today is tag team battle royals. Bit unusual to our normal sort of tag match look. I've not seen many tag team battle royals, to be fair.
No.
One WWF one from the 90s before, and like maybe one from another promotion, can't remember where. And that's kind of where I robbed the idea for what we do. Like HCW has one yearly. I kind of robbed the idea from them, but it's not really something that's done regularly or too often, or what I mean. But we watched 3 each, and one was I didn't know who the fuck was who teaming. I knew they were, but who belonged to who was very fucking confusing. The second one I watched, there was an obscure rule that I've never heard before that they threw into the fucking mix, so that confused the fuck out of me. And the third one, was WCW from 99 2000 times, so that was obviously a fucking abortion.
That might be the same one as mine, and if it was probably the worst fucking 10 minutes of my entire life.
Yeah, like with a shitload of run-ins from people that fucking were told not to be there. We'll get that anyway. But
it was Russo's doing that, weren't it?
Yeah, he was in the promo. Yeah, it must have been because they mentioned him in the promo at the start. But that was an abortion. So we both done that one then. What was your first one you did, mate?
My first one was AWA, October the 18th, 1984.
Yes, and mine. That was my first one as well.
I got
really good Japanese commentary on it.
At the start, yeah. Then they went to a commercial, came back, and it was English.
Yeah, it's like they forgot. Like they forgot the fucking language they were doing. For me, I had to pick up who was who along the way.
Yeah, I knew who was on whose team because I read the little description in the, there wasn't
one on mine. I tried to see when I asked for the information, it was blank. So there might be several versions of it, mightn't there? Maybe.
All right. Okay. Yeah. This didn't say who was with who, but I just assumed because the name was in front of the other name, so it'd be like him and him, and so like I kind of picked it like that. But yeah.
Well, I established the Fabs were definitely in there.
Yeah.
Larry and Kurt Hennig. Jim Brunzell and Tony Atlas, random team I know, but they came out together. The Road Warriors, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jerry Blackwell and Bundy.
Yeah.
Zabisco and Robinson. That's a funny team, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jimmy Garvin and Steve Regal.
Yeah.
Saito, I didn't know at first who he was teaming with, but it turns out it's Botwinkle, isn't it?
Yeah, because on your version, did they have a Bockwinkel promo at the start?
No.
Well, there was a Bockwinkel promo at the start of this, and he mentioned Mr. Saito.
No, this went straight into the match.
All right, okay, yeah, there was a promo about 3 minutes or something from Bockwinkel. What a fucking promo he is, isn't he? He's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, controversially, I've always said I'd rather watch Buddy Landau than Ric Flair, and that's always caused shit. But I'd also rather watch Nick Bockwinkel than Ric Flair.
I would rather watch Nick Bockwinkel than a lot of people, to be fair, because I think he was just an AWA guy, so probably doesn't get the props that I think he deserves.
Because he wasn't more than an AWA guy, did he? He's like AWA's version of Lawler, isn't he?
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't have to, but because of that, maybe people don't put him in the same bracket as the likes of Flair because he was always everywhere. Yeah. But Bockwinkel,
to a lot, Bockwinkel's just like a regional, wrestler, isn't he?
But if you watch him in the ring and his promos, he's the complete wrestler, isn't he? He didn't look like a fucking $1,000,000, but the way he dressed and presented himself kind of made up for the fucking lack of physique.
He looked in shape and looked like an athlete. He looked like a fucking grizzled old man even when he was young.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
He looked legit. He wasn't fucking Lex Luger, but he looked legit, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah. And I was actually thinking, because he was an AWA guy, but he went to WWF, didn't he, and done some commentary in that. What was that about? That was like right bizarre, weren't it?
No idea. He was WCW commissioner as well.
Right. Okay.
I can't remember what period, sort of maybe 94-ish.
I was thinking that time.
Yeah. He worked backstage for the WWF, did he not?
Possibly. What, round about the time he was doing commentary or a different time?
I really don't know. I don't know too much about his non-wrestling times.
No, because he was like a time when the internet wasn't all around, was it? So like, there's not really a lot of info on him, really. Like, you know.
And to be fair, I'm a wrestling fan, so I only care about what happens in the ring. Like a lot, not really related to the subject, but I'm a wrestling fan to the point that people say, "Oh, have you seen fucking Triple H in this film?" Couldn't give a fuck about Triple H in that film. You know, if it's not a wrestling film, I ain't gonna watch it. Just because it's got a fucking wrestler in it, don't make it anything to do with wrestling, do it?
Same as me. Whereas, like, you know, I like No Holds Barred, but that's a fucking wrestling film.
Yeah, exactly that.
I watch that.
Fucking Mr. Nanny couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But it is pretty good, though. I have seen Mr. Nanny. It's fucking funny.
And I love Suburban Commando as well back in the day.
Yeah. Hogan for me is this is totally off the subject, but Hogan for me is one of the best wrestling actors of all time. Piper is the shits. Fucking awful. But Hogan's
I think like, yeah, I mean, I like Hogan in films and stuff, but like there's some things I've seen him in that I wish I had it. Like I don't know if you ever seen them, but when I was a kid, there was like, do you remember the Three Ninjas, the films, Three Ninjas, like the three, and they'd done Three Ninjas, and then like they'd done 3 films, and then done a 4th one, and had Hulk Hogan in, but all the fucking kids were like different actors, and it was fucking awful. I wish I'd have never seen it. I wish I'd have never seen Hulk Hogan in it or that fucking film. But generally speaking,
but it was classic. Baywatch and Mr. T and all that. Brilliant. Not Mr. T, A-Team. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Top stuff. Anyway, tag battle royals. Yeah, who else was in this thing? Saito and Botwinkle we established, didn't we? Gene Kaninsky and someone, don't know who. And I don't think I ever established who.
Who?
Gene Kaninsky.
Wasn't he like outside? Wasn't he like...
All right, and Baron von Raschke.
Baron von Raschke and the Crusher.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So basically, the start was just a lot of fucking people in the ring doing a lot of punching.
Yeah, I just seen fucking. It looked like a fucking. I just seen loads of arms everywhere.
Yeah,
like a fucking octopus.
There was a lot of Road Warriors and Hennigs together. Yeah. The first eliminated just after 5 minutes was the Iron Duke. No fucking idea who the Iron Duke is. There's been several through the years. And
no,
then
because
huh?
On when I was reading the fucking description of the match of the who was in the match, it had 8 teams, but there's 10 in there. It never mentioned the Iron Duke's team, and it never mentioned Garvin and Regal either. So they were the 2 teams it never mentioned. So I was a bit
so the story is if one goes out, the other has to go anyway, isn't it, right?
Yeah.
But the Iron Duke goes out, and then Crusher Blackwell splashes Animal in the corner, Bosh. And the next thing, this dude called Grinslow.
Yeah.
He goes out, but he's the Iron Duke's teammate. So he was out anyway. He probably just didn't fucking go, and they just thought, fuck off, you dickhead. He just meant to be gone. What else happened? Oh, Brunzell went out then, didn't he? Who was distracted. That shocked me because Brunzell was like a top AWA boy at this point. And he was like, first, in essence, second team out.
Yeah.
So then he goes after Paul Ellering, and the referees stop that shit happening, and Atlas has to leave the ring. This is fucking funny. Vern Gagne says, "This is the wildest thing I've ever seen." Yes, it fucking is. It fucking really is. It's fucking like, no, how do you fucking, like, if you were sat next to the ring, you wouldn't know where to fucking look, would you? I mean, it's only plausible because my screen's fucking tiny. I was watching on my phone. But, you know, if you're there in real life, you just couldn't keep up, could you? So 2 teams are gone.
Yeah.
And the next, there's the Crusher versus Botwinkle in the ring. That's the first time I've seen the fucking Crusher.
Right.
What happens next? Who the fuck goes then?
So Crusher and Baron eliminated next, didn't they?
Yeah. And then Animal goes out, but Crusher, but he's allowed back in because it was Crusher that did it, right?
Yeah.
Animal can get back in. Baron tries to get in, but he's stopped by the refs again. Crusher tries to get into, but that's all shit canned. Botwinkle and Saito are team. This is the first time I've actually established it's Botwinkle and Saito as a team because they're working together. That's how I established that.
Right.
Zabisco and Robinson's next, isn't it?
Yeah, they go out next. Yeah.
I was surprised that Regal and Garvin are in for so long, being so small, because it's a fucking big man territory. This, isn't it?
There's a lot of fucking big men in this, like in the battle royal itself.
Wow, fucking hell, as a team, that, isn't it?
Who?
Bundy and Jerry Blackwell as a team. That's like Twin Towers and natural disasters together.
Yeah, thinking that, yeah.
Beasts. And Bundy looks fucking huge, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a fucking mountain, isn't he?
Yeah. Right, so the Fabs almost get Hawk out.
This would have been the time when fucking Road Warriors and the Fabs like going at it at this point, like feuding and shit, because they seem to be kicking off in the battle royal, and I know they had a fucking run.
They should have been, because it's hell of a match, that, isn't it? It's a perfect match, really, isn't it? Two pretty faces.
They had a bit of heat, didn't they, or something in real life? Have you heard that?
I've heard the Fabs on a little shoot interview thing that I watched talking about them. Yeah, saying kind of putting each other over, kind of, give me.
Yeah, well, I've read Animal's book,
right?
And I assume it was in the AWA. And at this time when I read his book, I didn't really know that much about the Fabs because I read this book fucking years and years and years ago. So anyway, he just said that they were given the finish, and like the Road Warriors were quite green at the time. They hadn't been around all that long, and they gave them the finish, and Animal was like, "No, we're not going to do that." Like he was, so it turned into pretty much of a shoot inside the ring with like chairs and shit, like nailing the fuck out of each other and stuff like that. That's what it turned into because the Fabs were going over, and I think I don't know what the deal was. Maybe Road Warriors were leaving or something, and they were putting them over on the way out, but they didn't want to, or something. I don't know. I can't remember clearly, but yeah, that was pretty much the gist. He was like, "Nah, we're not going to do that today."
But I mean, a lot of teams wouldn't want to fucking fight the Road Warriors. Let's be fair. But no, Stan and Steve can go if they had to. I'd have thought.
I reckon so. Yeah, I'd have said so. Yeah.
So Animal nails the Fabs, and out they go. Right. That's pretty much the end of them, isn't it?
Yeah, Fabs are out. Yeah.
But tell me if I'm wrong. Fabs almost get Hawk out, but Kurt Alps out, and out goes Hawk. Right, here we go then. So the Fabs are trying to get Hawk out. They can't quite. Over comes Kurt Hennig, gives them a little hand, and out goes Hawk. And then Animal shoots the Fabs out, both together. And then the referee lets that go, even though he fought the Crushers up. Was it the Crusher earlier on that fucking eliminated someone and they could get back in?
He eliminated Animal, didn't he?
Yeah, the rules don't fucking matter anymore, do they?
Yeah, I didn't catch the exact fucking incident, but I just caught them being eliminated. But yeah, so
basically the same thing that Animal got the decision reversed for earlier.
It stands
now. Fucking cheeky bitch. Anyway, so he's gone. LOD keep trying to get in, but Blackwell's fighting him off. Regal gets fucking killed by Bundy. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, fucking hell.
Boom! Fucking, he's still in that corner. Fucking Regal is.
Pow!
He's attached to the turnbuckles now. You have to scrape him off. Them turnbuckles are in soak to get fucking Regal off them bad boys. Blackwell goes up did you see Blackwell go up the corner and then come back down again because there was nothing to land on?
It's a lot of effort for him, isn't it, that?
Yeah. Kurt Hennig goes through the ropes but not over. Bundy and Blackwell go out the ring to beat up Regal and Garvin. Now, I'm not sure whether Regal and Garvin are in or out or what, but I think that's the last I see of them. Could be wrong. Is that wow? You got it?
I've got fucking. Hang on, Garvin.
Because there was a lot to keep up with here, wasn't there?
Yeah, I got a bit confused, but I thought fucking. What did you get after fucking Blackwell went to the top and jumped back down? Where did you go on from there? Because
I put Regal up the ropes and comes back down for no reason. Lol, in brackets. Kurt through the ropes, not over. Bundy and Blackwell go out the ring to beat up Garvin and Regal. Larry and Botwinkle are inside wrestling each other. Both Hennigs versus Botwinkle now. You know, like a bit of a fucking team thing. Saito throws Kurt over, but Kurt holds on. Botwinkle helps Saito to knock Kurt off. Botwinkle and Saito are now versus Bundy and Blackwell.
Yeah.
Which is the final four. What the fuck happened to Garvin and Regal? I didn't see them eliminated at all.
No, you see, I think this is what I think fucking happened, you know. I could be wrong, because like you say, it's easy to fucking miss with all this shit going on. But so basically fucking Regal gets fucked up in the corner. Fucking Blackwell goes to the top. Wasn't Garvin on the ground?
He was at some point and then just kind of rolled out, didn't he?
Yeah. See, I thought fucking Garvin eliminated himself. I thought he jumped over the fucking rope and fucked off.
Okay.
That's what I think he done. When he's lying there and he sees Blackwell on the top, he's probably thinking, "Nah, I'll be all right." And fucking.
I think I was too busy looking at Blackwell going up the corner, thinking, "Fuck's it back here." And then he just came down. And by that point, Garvin had gone. Now I assumed he just kind of rolled out of dodge.
Nah, I think he fucking went over the top rope. I think if
right, so that's it. So now we're down to 4, aren't we?
Yeah.
Botwinkle and Saito one team, Bundy and Blackwell the other team. Are Bundy and Blackwell fucking baby faces?
I think they are. You know, I was a bit shocked by that.
There was a bit of a pop at the end, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So it's kind of 2-on-1 on Bundy. What the fuck Blackwell's doing, I'm really not sure. And then I've put not sure how Garvin and Regal went, but they clearly have. Saito. Saito into the back, middle of the ring, bosh. Bundy fucking squidges Saito, does he not? Saito goes out. Bundy and Blockwinkle was over. They win $100,000.
Yeah.
Me, that did. I mean, it makes sense because they're the two fucking biggest dudes in there. But
yeah, and it's rare as well that the big guy wins, like they have done in the past. But obviously, it was Andre's thing and stuff like that. But generally speaking, a lot of smaller guys.
A shock value of them going out, don't they?
Yeah.
But there's some fucking, when you think about it, there's some high quality, big name teams in there. And I'm not sure Bundy and Blackwell were a regular team, but I'm not up on the AWA of that period. So fuck knows.
But it's like you say, two massive fuckers. Realistically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll be hard to get out.
Yeah. In a shoot, who the fuck's going to get them over?
Yeah.
It was all right, wasn't it? It wasn't.
I said, like, I thought it was enjoyable. I don't think it was fucking anything special as such. I didn't catch that fucking Road Warrior incident that you said was fucking the opposite of what happened. You know what I mean? Like they shouldn't have stood. But I kind of missed that bit. But generally speaking, I thought it was all right. It was the crowd were into it anyway. They were fairly loud throughout.
Like of these battle royals is for mayhem. It's not for fucking pretty wrestling, is it? Like
it's not.
It was where else are you going to see that many people in one place at one time? You know, it was totally different, and it was always it was the end of the show gimmick match for fucking forever, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And these tag teams was just something a little bit different, but so that's the first one. My next one is a ladies battle royal from the LPWA.
Oh, I think I've seen that one pop up. I've seen a women's battle royal. I didn't choose
LPWA DVDs. They're really good. It was like proper wrestlers in it, you know, not fucking women doing bullshit. It's really good. But here's the one with a silly rule, right? Not a silly rule. is new to me, and it took me a bit to get my head around it. And it would have been better if they've actually used the fucking rule in the match. They did it like once.
Right.
Okay, so there's 12 teams in it. Now, if one of them is eliminated, one member of the team,
Yeah.
then the other team member has to stay in the ring for 60 seconds at least to allow them to come back in.
Right. Okay.
If the second team member gets eliminated within that 60 seconds, the whole team's out. Right?
But they
Not
can come back
sure,
in.
not sure why, but so if it's me and you team in and I get eliminated, you have to stay in there for 60 seconds and then I can come back in. But if you get eliminated within that 60 seconds, we're both out.
That's a fucking daft rule. If you ever ask me.
It is what it is, right? So we have to go with it because that's what they told us to do. Right, 12 teams. Leilani Kai and Judy Martin, as in the fucking Glamour Girls, WWF Tag Team Champions, years ago. Fabulous team, love both of them. Comrade, Auger, and Legata. Don't know who they are, but they look fucking pretty mean. The Mighty Mites. One of them looks like Jackie, could have been, without the boobs.
What year was this at? What year was it? Do you know?
To say, but I would say 1991.
All right.
It's hard to say, to be fair. The Nasty Girls, the Beast, and Alma Alvarez, who came to the ring with Norman the Lunatic. Rusty the Fox Thomas and Candy Divine, Bambi and Malaya Hosaka, Susan Sexton and Heidi Lee Morgan, Alison Royal and Misty Blue Sims. I had a right crush on her as a kid, Misty Blue Sims, and Mimi, Magnificent Mimi, and Denise Storm, who came out with a manager as well. Bad, Black and Beautiful, who also had a manager. The Queen and his court, who the Queen was Burt Prentice, who was the manager of the team. Still promotes now, Burt Prentice, USA Championship Wrestling. Terry Powers and Reggie Bennett were like the fucking powerhouses of the match, like muscles. So they're your teams. The promoter is Wally Carbo, who comes to the ring and fucks all the managers off. Tells them they've got 60 seconds to leave the ring, otherwise their team will be eliminated from the match night. So they all have to go. Joe Pedicino and Jim Cornette are doing the commentary. Now, this is fucking just as much mayhem as the last one. Slightly easier to see because it's a clearer picture. But it's all over the shop. Right. And this rule is fucking bullshit because it don't actually happen till like near the finish. And it's surprising how they get eliminated in order of which they're fucking teamed together. Right. Misty Blue Sims is out fast as fuck, followed by Alison Royal within like no time at all. Right. So out they are. They just happen to be a team and they're eliminated. Bish bash, out you go. See you later. Right. Now they call this rule the minute of mayhem. And that's exactly what it is. The fucking whole match is mayhem. Right. So that's the first team eliminated within 0.2 seconds of the fucking match started. Then out of nowhere, eliminated together, the Mighty Mites. Fucking bomb. Both of them are gone. See you later. Right. And then the Rusty the Fox Thomas is gone. Followed by Candy Divine. Fuck me, they're a team as well. Who'd have thought it? Next up is the Legata, followed by Auger, who just happened to be a team. See you later. Then the Beast is out, and they're saying, "Oh, the Beast's partner, has got 60 seconds to last until they're out, until the Beast can get back in. Before he's finished the fucking sentence, out goes the fucking Nasty Girls together, who just happen to be a fucking team. Then Denise Storm's out, who just happens to be the Beast's fucking tag team partner. Who'd have thought it? Heidi Lee Morgan and Susan Sexton, literally double clothesline, both out together. Malaya Hosaka and Bambi, both a team, out together. There's 3 teams left now. Right, 3 teams left are Reggie Bennett and Terry Power, or Tony Power, I can't remember, something like that. They get Leilani Kai out the ring. Judy Martin, her partner, is safe inside, though she's not going anywhere. This is where the rule comes into play. But we expect it because it's Leilani Kai and Judy Martin. Proper fucking team like. Bad, Black and Beautiful. There's only 2 of them, even though they're bad, black and beautiful. they're fucking sort of dominating in the ring. Villain team. Judy Martin goes through the ropes, not over the top, so she's all right, but she's kind of teasing going out. Leilani Kai's time's up, so she gets back in. Finally, we're using the fucking rule. There's 2 minutes to go in this match now. Leilani Kai's back in, fucking dominating the shit in there. The Queen and the Court is the other team, but they've kind of got eliminated because no one really cared about them. They're both gone by the Glamour Girls. No, sorry. No one really cares about Queen and the Court because they're just kind of fucking hiding in the corner. In comes Leilani Kai, fucking dominating after she'd been out for the 60-second thing. In come the Court, fuck the Glamour Girls off, leaving the Queen and the Court and Bad Black and Beautiful, two villain teams. Shocked me. In essence, there was 3 villain teams in there at the end. But of course, Terry Power and Reggie Bennett, we totally forgotten about because they've been fucking salad.
That Terry Power, that name sounds familiar. What's she? Did she look familiar? Do you know?
I really don't know.
It wasn't. That's not Tori, is it? You know, the original Tori, no?
I don't know. I'll have to give it a googly.
Because it's just the name sounds familiar. That's all.
Hench girl, like.
Hmm.
It may well have been, but like Reggie Bennett was a fucking beast of a like muscle woman. But this Terry Power, you know, something says I've seen her before, but where or how, you know, fuck knows. We'd forgotten about them at this point because we were just thinking there was 3 teams left, but it turns out they were just selling outside the ring. So in they come. Everyone's everywhere. The Court are out quick as fuck as soon as Reggie Bennett and Terry Power get back in the ring. And then all of a sudden Terry Power gets eliminated. Bennett doesn't last the 60 seconds because she just gets pretty much fucked off in no time at all. Even though they get Terry Power and sorry, I'm getting very confused here by my own fucking writing. So Terry Power's out. Bennett gets thrown out, but she fucking holds herself on. Bad Black and Beautiful are giving it the shit. She pulls herself back in just in time for the 60 seconds to run out. So they both get in together and then they fuck Bad Black and Beautiful off. The finish was actually all right, but it was the way I wrote it was confusing. But the finish was actually really good. So Bad Black and Beautiful eliminated one. They throw the second one out, turn around, give it the shit. But she pulls herself back in, but it takes her a fucking minute to do it, you know. And then the minutes like out, they both get back in and fuck the other 2 off. Of all the 3, this was my favourite one. The rule was fucked up. If the rule could have worked if it was used a little bit more, I think.
Yeah.
But it was all right. Yeah, it was. I like the promotion. I've got several of their DVD videos and stuff, and it's really fucking, really good shows. Like proper girl wrestlers on there. Like, you know, like girl wrestling's got a good reputation now, isn't it? Women's wrestling. Yeah. But this was the good reputation it had before it went shit. Right, so, yeah. What's your next, mate?
My next one was fucking brilliant. It was a tag team battle royal from WWF Superstars, and it was number 1 contenders match for the titles at WrestleMania 7. So obviously we know who wins the battle royal.
So what's that? 91?
Yeah.
Right. That might have been the one I remember as a young'un, to be fair.
Yeah.
So bouting teams as well, right?
Yeah. So in it, they had the Rockers, the Nasty Boys, Demolition, Power and Glory, the Bushwhackers, LOD, and Orient Express.
Bosh.
Fucking brilliant lineup. So, it's all fucking guanin, and there's a right good spot near the start where Demolition, which is obviously Crush at this point, Crush and Smash, they're doing like a double gorilla press on the Rockers. So one of them's got Marty, one of them's got Sean. Gonna fucking throw them both up. But as they're both up in the air, fucking Marty like reaches over and fucking like pulls Sean down. So you know what I mean? So Marty's still up there, but fucking grabs Sean and throws him. So Sean lands behind one of the Demolition. and then Sean goes and fucking pops the other Demolition, which makes him drop Marty. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that was a pretty cool spot, to be fair, quite early on. Where are we now? Hang on. Then there's the first elimination is Smash, so the Demolition go out because obviously one out, they're both out. So double
Pretty
drop.
much sums the future up of Demolition, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. I was actually going to say that because just a year earlier they won the tag belts.
Yeah.
That's only 6, and obviously it wasn't Crush, was it? But
You know, they weren't going to get any bigger than fucking Demolition at that point. You know, the year before.
yeah.
Now they're first out on a battle royal on Superstars.
Yeah, fucking. Especially when you have other people, like with all due respect, like the Bushwhackers, who I fucking love, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Power and Glory that were only really known for the Rockers matches.
even like Orient Express, fucking love them, but like, you know, you'd expect them to
have been perfect out first because they knew their position.
Yeah.
That's
But
nothing
this
against
just,
them. That's a fine position, but they knew their position. So have you ever thought where would Demolition have gone if Axe had stayed?
well, Axe, I've seen the fucking shoot interview with Demolition and that, and Axe was meant to have an office job after the fucking like the split, but he said that they kept changing the agreement or the contract and stuff, and Axe was like, "There's no fucking, it's not even worth doing it now." But like he was going to be there for 20 odd years, even longer, like, you know, just backstage. But it never worked out for him, and then he ended up going to fucking Japan, didn't he?
Because I mean, when he had some sort of shellfish sort of illness, he had
yeah,
shellfish.
like allergic reaction, weren't it? And he was really ill, like really, really sick. It wasn't just like a little bug; it was fucking proper, like ill. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't see the point of carrying on Demolition.
Yeah, if Axe was still fit and well, and there wouldn't have been a crush, would they
Yeah.
still have gone down the same route they went, or do you think they would have stayed in the prominent position that they did? It's hard to say, isn't it? Well, we've spoken before, haven't we, about turning Smash to the Repo Man when I think Smash is fucking fine on his own.
Yeah, Smash is fine on his own.
With Axe, I'm not saying split him with Axe, but I'm saying if he didn't have Axe available, Smash on his own would just be fucking fine, you know, perfectly adequate.
Smash is a fucking, like, Barry Darso is that good. He could do anything. Like, you know, the Repo Man thing he made work. The funny thing is, I couldn't imagine someone else doing the Repo Man gimmick. He pulled it off so fucking well, but he didn't need it. Like you say, he could have easily been smashed as a singles, but he was that good. Like, I love the Repo Man gimmick. It was just like literally the fucking ideal fucking character for him. He played it so well, but I'm such a Demolition fan. It was kind of a bit fucking shit, like looking back. But saying that though, that when we talk about WrestleMania 7 and them jobbing out to the Japanese guys, it's quite funny because, like, I'm a bit confused by this, but like what Bill Eadie said in this fucking, because it wasn't Bill Eadie, was it? It was Crush when they lost to the Japanese guys. But he said that it didn't bother him because he knew, like, WrestleMania 7 was Axe gone then? He wasn't there, was he? Like, at all, or was he still in the company?
You watched it the other day, didn't you? It was just Smash and Crush, wasn't it?
I know it was Smash and Crush, but I mean, wasn't Axe? I mean, Axe even there at all then in the company then, or?
I don't think so.
Because it's just what he said in this interview. He said it didn't bother them because, like, weeks later they were going to Japan, and the Japanese guys were putting them over. So I don't know what that was about, but he said that they were having a return match in Japan where they'd go over or something along them lines.
Going over in Japan is one thing, isn't it? That's very nice and that's very good. But does it get any bigger than WrestleMania? People in America would subscribe to WrestleMania on their pay-per-views in 91. People in Japan, sorry. But people in America, at that point, I mean, this is the pre-internet age, isn't it? Pre-fucking YouTube and smart marks and fucking streaming channels. So did the people in America really give as much of a shit about Japanese wrestling as the Japanese did about American wrestling?
No, definitely not. Like the people in the crowd at WrestleMania, let's be honest, they didn't really know who the fuck they were. Like,
I've heard on shoot interviews and stuff before. I mean, this is totally. There's no disrespect meant at all to these Japanese wrestlers because they are fucking huge names in Japan, right?
they
But
are,
there's
especially Ken Ryu, that guy. He was
well,
fucking huge in Japan. Like,
all fucking respect to them all. Huge stars like Muta and stuff. When he
yeah,
came to America, he was something because he was a gimmick, right?
yeah,
In that period, there was very few Japanese wrestlers that could come to America rather, or anywhere really, that were anything unique without that special gimmick. Do you know what I mean? Like fucking Kabuki and stuff was something else. There was something unique, weren't they? They were face
yeah,
painted up, mist and fucking all this. But unless you were like maybe the super headline names, your Inoki types, or maybe Fujinami and his sort of day. When Fujinami came to wrestle Flair in '90 in WCW, did America give a fuck? But yet when Flair went there to wrestle Fujinami,
yeah,
they didn't fuck about Flair. Like I'm not sure why these agreements between these American promotions and Japan. Not now. I mean, now it's great for them because we're in a totally different era, aren't we? You can watch
yeah,
any wrestling at any point, you know, and Japanese wrestling fans are in every country because the style has grown, worldwide because it's so easy to see it. You just fucking you pay your $4.99 on your streaming channel and you got Wrestle Kingdom, right?
yeah. It's everywhere, isn't it?
Where then you couldn't, could you? So I think the agreements with the American promotions far benefited more the Japanese than it did the fucking Americans. I don't see if it helped the American promotions at all.
I never really looked at it like that, but you're probably right because as a casual fan, like I never knew anything about Japanese wrestling. Like,
Right.
watching it on TV, like WWF and whatnot. If there was Japanese, like the only Japanese guys I was aware of was the Japanese guys in the WWF. I didn't know anything about fucking New Japan or anything like that.
No.
So when you had guys like that come over, I'd be like, who? Like,
Like the only way possible for it to be financially plausible is for the WWF to say, all right, we'll put your two guys on WrestleMania. It doesn't get any fucking bigger than that. And then, so they'll fly the two boys in, give them a wage for the night in an hotel, lovely jubbly, send them home, right? But the agreement is to have fucking six or eight of their boys on your show because there's far more to benefit, and that will obviously cost them a fucking fortune. But it'll be some money in Vince's pocket, won't it? That's the only possible way of doing it. Because 2-for-2 exchange ain't worth shit, is it? Two of those Japanese in America compared to sending fucking Barry Horowitz and the Brawler to Japan ain't worth shit. You know what I mean? Because more Japanese are going to know Horowitz and the Brawler than the Americans are going to know who these two dudes are, That's the way I see it anyway, but fuck no. I mean, like I said, now it's a ball game, innit? But then no one give a fuck.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Demolition, they're first out.
Yeah, so Smash gets double drop kicked by the Rockers. Not long after, fucking Luke gets thrown over the top by Kato. I think Pat Tanaka gives him like a kick to the gut or something, and Kato's there to just fucking help him over the top. Bushwhackers are gone. So Demolition and Bushwhackers are out. This is round about the time of WrestleMania 7. So just, because obviously it's the number one contenders match. So this was 91.
Yeah.
There's a spot here now where Knobs ducks and Shawn Michaels drop kicks Marty out the ring. So this would have been the start of
yeah.
I don't know if this was the very first incident, because I just remember a load of incidents building up to the barbershop. So I don't know where this comes, but they didn't look like they were beefing outside. They just looked like fucking Marty was pissed off for about a second, and then he's like, all right, fuck it, let's go. So it might have been the first fucking moment that, but yeah. So that's the Rockers out. All of a sudden, Hawk fucking grabs Kato, tosses him out. Boom. There's a good spot here where Paul Roma rolls outside the ring, and Animal fucking rolls out after him. Gorilla presses him, so he throws him back in the ring, like because he's obviously he's like fuck that. So there's a right good spot here actually where Hercules, Roma's on top rope, fucking Animal's a bit groggy. Hercules goes over to Roma, picks him up in a gorilla press and throws him onto Animal. Animal catches him and tosses him over the top rope. So Power and Glory are gone. Boom.
Gosh.
And they wrestled at WrestleMania 7, didn't they? Power and Glory and LOD.
Very quickly.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, very quick match. Yeah. And then the finish. This is the only thing. Well, I won't say I didn't like it. It depends on the way you look at it. But because it's not happened in the match so far, it's similar to the AWA one where, well, they'll go for the Doomsday device and Roma's outside the ring and he'll pull Hawk outside. So it's actually Roma that eliminates him and that's the end of it. So fucking Nasty Boys end up winning.
Which gets 3 teams over. I totally get that because the Nasty Boys are 1, so they're over anyway, right? So they're going to WrestleMania. And it gets the other 2 teams over for wrestling each other at WrestleMania. So that plugs 2 matches. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then why the fuck did they job out Power and Glory in like 0.3 seconds?
I don't know if it was fucking time restraints or whatnot, or
all the matches to put it to. Why? Yeah.
I don't know, because it was quite a late match. I don't know if other matches had gone over or something, but no, that makes sense. That does though, with the whole fucking 3 teams and stuff. But yeah, I don't know actually. But I like the idea of doing that and costing them the match because obviously LOD, they still look strong. They were fucking robbed, weren't they? So yeah, no, that does make sense going against Power and Glory. But yeah, it's like a minute, weren't it? That match, fucking couple minutes top. So
they still have the vests on, don't they?
Yeah, I think they did. But that was my favourite one out of the 3. That was fucking brilliant, to be fair.
And now for the least favourite of the 3, we both watched WCW Nitro for the vacant tag team titles.
Yeah, well, I'd almost forgot about that one. I was thinking that was my last match. Unfortunately, it fucking weren't.
Yeah, so, I could forget about it. But there wasn't a year on the one I watched, but it just says, I'm going to guess 99 or early 2000s kind of time.
Yeah, I've put 2000.
Right. It starts for me with a promo that was Mike Sanders telling Chronic that they can't be in the match, right?
Yeah. I actually I like Chronic as a tag team. I thought they were fucking looked like the real deal. They went to WWF and I don't think they'd done a whole lot. But no. I thought 2 big fucking.
They had the match with Kane and The Undertaker, don't they?
Yeah.
And it didn't go well for them.
No, I heard that it was awful. I remember watching the match, but I can't remember anything about the match. But apparently people shit on it for whatever reason. But I don't know. But as a team, they look like a fucking brilliant team. 2 big dudes. They look like a fucking legit team. So I was a big fan of Chronic, to be fair.
So the actual match itself starts with the Filthy Animals, as in Juventud Guerrera and Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, I love me some Filthy Animals. Big fan of Filthy Animals. Hey?
You remind me of a filthy animal.
Well, if I was a few years older, I'd have tried to fucking join them, to be fair. I'd have gone out to Atlanta and seen if they wanted a new I mean, eventually they let Disco Inferno in, so surely I'd have fucking shot. Surely,
Yeah. So they're coming to the ring, right? This is for the vacant tag team championships. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Ray and Juice had some belts with them.
You know what? I don't know. Was there not another fucking? My memory. This was fucking over 20 years ago, so it's hard to remember. But was there not another fucking tag belts introduced around by that time? Maybe United States tag belts or something like that.
The US tag belts finished in like 90s. There was a cruiserweight tag belts, but they didn't start till like the fucking week before the last Nitro.
What about 6-man tag belts? Did they not come in? No.
I don't believe so. They were sort of last seen maybe 93, 92, 93. But to me, they look like the tag belts, the actual tag belts.
Maybe maybe they nicked them because that was kind of their gimmick, weren't it? They were a bit fucking like, you know,
Yeah,
thuggish.
mate.
So maybe they did.
So when they get in the ring, the action's kind of already on, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't. There's no introductions or anything. Did you read the fucking things for this? Because I didn't. Because I didn't really have a great deal of interest.
There wasn't an introduction, but was it Shivani on commentary?
I
Yeah,
saw.
he announced them.
Okay. Oh, how did I miss that then?
Fuck knows, like you say, you probably were just wanting it to fucking finish.
Yeah, I probably just zoned out.
So yeah, there was the Harris brothers, Jindrak and O'Hare,
Got them.
MIA,
Got them.
Filthy Animals,
Got them because I saw them on the way.
3 Count.
3 Count. Young Dragons.
That was it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I had them all.
Oh, there we go on then.
Okay, so Kaz is eliminated first, then yes.
Yeah.
With a double kick from Jindrak and O'Hare.
Right.
And he lands right on his fucking back. Is that right? I think so. He's first to go.
That was the first one, yeah.
Then Shane Helms goes through a table. Isn't that funny how he goes through a fucking table? How'd you go through it? It's a fucking battle royal. What the fuck's a table doing there?
You know what? I wrote the same thing. I put three count eliminated. I couldn't tell who it was at the time. And then I put through a table, question mark. What the fuck? They're baking cookies or something. What the fuck is a table doing at ringside?
There's a fucking bar boot sale going on next to the ring.
Fucking hell. Fucking Russo, innit?
Do you know what I wrote? That Conan, who was now doing the commentary after coming to the ring with the Filthy Animals, and Mark Madden are doing the commentary with Tony Schiavone, admittedly. Now, I like Tony Schiavone, but Madden and Conan, what a fucking load of wank. Fuck me. It's like fucking that fucking Howard Stern bastard radio show, isn't it? Fucking terrible. Terrapin Turtle. Awful. Any old road up. Then out of fucking nowhere, you know the team that can't be in the Rumble, can't be in this Battle Royal.
Yeah.
Out of fucking nowhere, the music starts, right? Because you need music when you do a run-in, just so people know that you're coming. So it can't be a surprise running because you have to give your tape to the fucking man doing the music. So the music starts and out they come and they start eliminating everyone and his fucking dog.
Yeah.
Quite literally any fucker that's in there gets eliminated by Chronic. That's the Chronic that
and then the fucking security guys come down and I thought these were 2 other wrestlers that hadn't been fucking introduced yet. And then they get out the fucking pepper spray.
There's about fucking 14 of them, isn't there? Security after 2 fucking men. There's 14 of these fucking security men. Yeah, mace to the face. Mace in the face of Chronic. Like they've not just fucking they've not done a bank robbery or fucking raped a child. They've just got in a rumble. But they have eliminated everyone, and that's all allowed. That's fine. You can eliminate anyone can eliminate. And if someone out of the crowd just came and eliminated someone, that will also be allowed. Now the ring's full. I put the ring's full of security here. They fucking handcuff Crush because he's known for guns, isn't he? That's the thing, you see.
Yeah. There we go.
But through all this, the match is still going on.
Yeah, I didn't know the rules, like, because is it one in, is it one out, then they're both out? Is that the situation?
I think so. This seems like one in, and then the other one has to go as well, because it seems 3 count had to go about 6 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any old road up. The last in is Ray and Juice and Jindrak and O'Hare, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I've put Ray and Juice versus Jindrak and O'Hare. Lucha stuff going in. There's also
like watching Rose and Carter for a minute, all that fucking flippy shit.
There was lots of arm drags and stuff going on. Ray goes for the Bronco Buster, but he ends up getting a boot in his bollocks.
Yeah.
Then there was something that they called a Shaunton bomb.
Yeah, there we go on.
A Shaunton bomb.
The funny thing is, on the when I noticed when Ray was doing the Bronco Buster, because he used to call it the Rough Rider,
Right.
and it was called the Bronco Buster in the fucking WWF when X Pac done it, and it was around about the same time as this, like a little bit before or whatever. So fucking one of the commentators, it might have even been Conan, I don't know. He's like, oh, the Rough Rider, but literally before he finished getting the Rough Rider out, someone on commentary like corrected him. He was like, it's the Bronco Buster, and it's literally like. So they started calling it the Bronco Buster when it's clearly never been called that by Ray, but there we go on. But yeah, in the bollocks.
Because I mean, they love a run-in. Out comes your mate, the Disco Inferno, to pull the juice out.
Yeah, that fucking. They were going. They were going through a phase where Disco was trying to join the Filthy Animals, and they were trying to get rid of him. He was like a little pest. He was like, "Let me join, let me join." That was the gimmick, that like the angle they were running. So he came down, I guess.
Hornswoggle trying to join DX.
Like what?
Like Hornswoggle trying to join DX.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That was it. Doing everything. Then he fucks up trying to help Juice Sterney or something, and
yeah. So that fucks up, and out goes the Juice. They throw Ray out, but he holds on, and then kind of gets the scissors around the head of. I don't know whether it's Jindrak or O'Hare.
Yeah, I can't remember what one.
Kind of pulls them out. And then fucking O'Hare flattens Ray. And they go over anyway. I quite like the look of Jindrak and O'Hare.
Yeah. Yeah. When Hoovy went out, when the Juice got eliminated, they rung the bell as well. So they thought that was it. But Ray was still in there. So,
yeah. They thought came over there, didn't they?
Idiots. But yeah, no, Jindrak and O'Hare, decent. They look good. But,
it's a shame. I mean, it's a shame WWF didn't do anything with them when they had them, because I think they could have been future, material.
I think they're one of them teams that came around at the wrong time. I think if they were, a bit older and came out maybe like fucking 8 or so years before, they'd have been all right. Like, I think, you get that sometimes.
Didn't that Chuck Palumbo have something to do with one of them as well?
Yeah, what was that in the WWF when
even before that?
He was in there. He was in. He was in WCW with them, yeah, because they had that fucking. There was that thing where they're all coming from the power plant, weren't there? There was a whole fucking bunch of them, weren't there? Like
I thought Chuck Palumbo was good, and they just kind of put him with Billy Gunn, which I'm sure helped him because Billy Gunn's fucking great, right? And then that really when he did the fucking pound shop Undertaker gimmick, didn't he? With the bike and all that. Yeah. He had the bike and all that. That was it was like pound shop Undertaker, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they were quite entertaining, these fucking battle royals. Very difficult to watch and take in, but if you didn't have to write shit down about it, I think I'd enjoy it more because you can just sit and watch it.
Yeah, I think you see, battle royals to me there shouldn't be too many fucking shit going off. Like, you can do like stuff where you're fucking running angles and stuff, like the thing with the rockers and stuff like that, and to add to it, and with the LOD and the Power and Glory and whatnot. But this WCW one, there was just too much shit going off, and there wasn't even that many teams in it. There was only maybe 7 or something, 6 or 7 teams or whatever, and you just didn't know what was happening. Like,
the thing about like when I've put battle royals together, if there is an angle going on, it kind of needs to be the only thing going on. Do you know what I mean? Have every other cunt just choking each other in the corner, or sitting quietly in a headlock.
Yeah, because
let the angle happen. Otherwise, there's too many eyes everywhere, and nobody sees what you want them to see. It's like the end of a tag. When there's a fight outside the ring in a tag, but the other two are doing the spot in the ring. Don't be fucking fighting in the crowd, you dickhead, because everyone's going to be watching you. You want the finish to be watched over here, or you guys choke me in this corner.
It's the same as managers. Like, the greatest managers are the ones that are not necessarily fucking always noticed, because they don't want to take the fucking attention away from what's going on in the ring. So, unless the time is up.
get the attention when they're pulling the gimmick out or fucking doing,
yeah.
you know, and then divert the attention. It's a skill, I think, for managers to, you know, they know when the right time is and to be animated at the right times for them to get the attention and then just like fade into the fucking ring at the rest of the time, you know, and blend in. But,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
still,
totally makes sense. That, yeah.
all in all, I thought they were pretty cool. It was nice to see people that uh, we don't watch often. You know, I fucking, you know, the ladies' match was fucking cracking. I thought it was nice to see them, and the AWA fucking some old boys in there that we don't watch often. But
Really different as well. All different, weren't they?
yeah, very much so. Have you got a tag for next week?
I have. I fucking have. Well, well, do you want to fucking hear? You'll be shocked. You're sitting down, yeah. You'll be shocked with this
Ready?
fucker. So my tag team for Friday. I wanted to do.
Is it the Filthy Animals?
Now you mention it, I could have a little switcheroo, but nah. The tag team I've gone with is fucking. I wanted to go a bit out of my comfort zone and not do like we're both massive tag team wrestling fans, but I don't think I've ever heard you mention this tag team ever, and I probably haven't either, not to each other anyway. So I'm going to go with this one. You'll be shocked, but I think that we'll find some good ones. I've gone with Harlem Heat.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I don't think we've ever actually spoken about Harlem. We've probably mentioned Booker T, like
yeah.
But yeah, no, I reckon there'll be some belters there because there'll be some stuff before they were the Harlem Heat as well.
Yeah, see,
Ebony, is it Ebony Express or something?
I can't remember, but I know that when I got into WCW properly, it was like '98, and Booker T was like a massive single star. He was fighting, like competing with Benoit. Was it for the US title or the TV title? They had like the best of 7 and stuff. They were fucking. So Booker T was like wrestling, like Fit Finlay and that. He was wrestling all these fucking guys, and Booker T was having crackers. I didn't know who Stevie Ray was until he came back like maybe a year later, and they weren't a tag team. They were both doing their own thing. So I kind of missed the Harlem Heat stuff. So I'm guessing that would have been what, mid 90s ish.
Yeah, like I remember maybe 93-ish.
Right, yeah.
They coming in because they had the fucking shirts that were tied up and, you know, the flames on the shirts rather than the outfits they became. Yeah. And Colonel Robert Parker managed them and Sherry was with them for a little bit.
Remember Sherry was with them.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that would be fucking. We've got quite a stretch there as well because, like I said, they were in Global Wrestling Federation before they went to WCW, and I'm sure it was either Ebony Express or Ebony Experience. Can't remember what, but it was it was a name like that. But yeah, Boughton, good one. So Monday is Mr. Wonderful.
Yep.
Wednesday for New Zealand main event.
Yeah.
Harlem Heat on next Friday. That's Harlem Heat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. See you then.
Boom.